Baseball is an exceedingly strange sport, and nothing epitomizes that more than the stats you see in 150 years. So April 10th, 2022, last Sunday, Stephen Kwan etched his name in one of the most ridiculous groups ever. He is one of 6 players to record 5 hits in a game in one of his first 3 Major League Baseball games. This started back in 1903 when Judge McCready of the Brooklyn Superbas, not the Dodgers, not the Los Angeles Dodgers, not even the Brooklyn Robins, the Brooklyn Superbas.
Dodgers went through like a million different names before they settled on Dodgers.
Yeah, this Judge McCready came in, 5 hits, 5 plate appearances in the 3rd game of his life, right? He batted second, played right field for the Superbas, got 5 singles, scored twice, stole a base. And eventually the Superbas flamed out of the season. They finished just below 500. McCready never played in Major League Baseball again. He had an OPS plus of 110, which is cool, but he never came back, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was traded to the, quote, Baltimore of the Eastern League. That's how little they thought of him. And then we go to 1910. Stay in Brooklyn, stay with the Superbas. This time it's Jack Dalton. He was 5 for 5 against the New York Giants, same team that Judge McCready did it against. 5 for 5. He had 5 singles, including at least 4 against Christy Mathewson. But at this point, they didn't have specific on Baseball Reference. They don't have specific. Mathewson pitched the first 8 well, they had that, but they don't have when Dalton recorded his hits. So either Dalton had 5 hits against Christy Mathewson in 5 at-bats, or he had 4 and then 1 against the relief pitcher. But so he was batting leadoff, his 2nd game of his career, playing right field for the Superbas, and he has 4+ hits against Christy Mathewson. Are you kidding me? And although he did not help the Superbas win, they lost 12-1. And the team sucked. They missed the playoffs. Well, there was only the one team that won the pennant made the playoffs. But then after the season, he didn't play again. Then in 1914, he was back with the Brooklyn Robins at the time. Then he, quote, jumped to the Buffalo Blues of the Federal League. Then he was back with the Tigers in the American League the next season. He was a solid player, 111 OPS plus, 3.5 WAR in 345 games. Nothing too shabby there. Then we stay in the 19-teens. Red Massey of the Boston Braves in 1918. Yes, the Boston Braves, not the Milwaukee Braves, not the Atlanta Braves, not the Atlanta Hammers. Massey had a 5-hit game. He went 5 for 6, had a double, 3 runs batted in. He stole a base. The Braves won by 12 runs, which is great. The Braves did miss the playoffs that season. Again, playoffs were wonky that year. But he only played 1 season. This is a weird group that the first guy played 1 season, the second guy played parts of 3 seasons, and the third guy played 1 season. But then this is what made me so happy when I was researching this Monday. I found Cecil Travis of the Washington Senators, 1933. Name probably doesn't sound familiar. It shouldn't.
Doesn't.
But so his Major League debut, he gets 5 hits. He played third base. His team won 16-11, the Washington Senators. He got an infield single in his first at-bat, tacked on another single, 3 more singles in the game, also reached on an error. He reached base 6 times. The Senators won the pennant in the American League. They lost to the New York Giants. Another Giants reference here. But Travis was actually good at baseball. He played 12 years with the Senators, 1,300 games. He debuted at age 19 and was still in Major League Baseball in 1947. He missed a couple years with military service. He was a 3-time All-Star, and he received MVP votes multiple times. But this is where this story just transcends reality. In 1941, he made his All-Star team, right?
Mm-hmm.
He finished 6th in MVP voting. He led the majors in hits. Now, those quick in the audience will say, wait a minute, 1941, he led the majors in hits. What? Yes, the same year that Joe DiMaggio had a 56-game hitting streak, the same year that Ted Williams batted .406, neither of them led the majors in hits. Neither of them led their league in hits because Cecil Travis did. He cracked 200 hits. DiMaggio won MVP, 56-game hitting streak. He didn't lead the league in hits. Ted Williams batted .406. No, it was Travis, 218 hits. He had a great major league career, /314, 370, 416, 108 OPS plus, 1,500 hits, 250 doubles, a 30 Baseball Reference WAR. He had a couple seasons with 6.56 WAR. His season in 1941, he had 6.8 WAR. And he's a guy that if he doesn't go off to World War II, might be in the Hall of Fame. Like that was right in the middle of his prime, like 28, 29, 30 seasons. Like if you tack on 3 seasons with like 5 or 6 WAR in those, and he's up to like 45, 50 WAR, and then those next couple seasons he's not coming off of WAR for 3 years, he's a guy that could have ended with 60 WAR, 65 WAR, 70 WAR, and been in that Hall of Fame discussion. But he's only number 4. Number 5, Yermin Mercedes. He did it last year against the Angels. One of the weirdest games. He went 5 for 5. He was batting 8th for the White Sox as the designated hitter. Got hits in the 3rd, 4th, 6th, 8th, and 9th. Drove in 4 runs. White Sox beat the Angels 12-8. The White Sox did win the division, but it was not all sunshine and roses from Yermin Mercedes. I wrote about him as an MVP candidate in April, and then by June, he was in the minors again. He contemplated retirement, actually retired, came back like 2 days later, and he's on the injured list now. So, yeah, that was wild. And then Stephen Kwan joins the list. Holy Christmas, right? He went 5 for 5 against the Guardians on Sunday, 17 runs for the Guardians. He batted second, played left field. He had a double, so 6 total bases, hit by pitch. And, yeah, and through 3 games, he was slashing 800, batting average of 800, on base of 857, slugging of 1,000. Like, what?
God.
He leads the American League in walks. He leads the American League in hits. Like, he's having an insane season. I feel like right now he is obviously he's going to be the Rookie of the Year if voting ended right now. But, oh, man.